Haven't seen you for a minute.
Know,
Welcome
right?
back. What's going on, Heirloom family? I guess we're welcoming Thomas back to the family. It's been a little bit, so
What's going on, guys?
say hi to everybody.
I did say hi to everybody.
Well, I apologize to our Heirloom members and our Heirloom family. It's been a while. Today is Monday, April the 10th, and we are back, guys. We have been everywhere, and we apologize to you. It's been a little while, so we are lacking on the posting game by all means. But
We are lacking on the posting game.
what I can say is it's in really good. There's a really good reason why. Can't really talk about it today, but what I will say to you guys is within the next 30 days, you guys are going to get treated to a very big surprise that everybody at Heirloom is working on for you guys, for our customers, and just for everybody in general. However, enough of that. We are here today to present the finale of a very long-awaited project, I would say. 2 years in the making, guys. We actually are here at Lake Tustis RV Resort, and we are actually showcasing everything complete. We have all of the 10 homes in, of the 40 that are going to be here eventually. But for right now, we're going to showcase everything that they've done to the park. We're actually going to go over some Q&A. We're going to go over what it takes to do something like this. And then we're going to hit them with the montage, and we're going to show them everything from the beautiful views of the park, all of the work that has gone into the park, and just what they've done, the owners, what our job was from start, middle, and finish. You guys sometimes think that we're just tiny home builders, and we just build a simple tiny home. And in case you guys don't know, nothing's simple, nothing's tiny, but we are home. And what do we tell people? Home is where?
Where you park it.
That's right, guys. And like always, remember, smash that bell button. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. You already know. But let's go ahead and get ready to go. And let's go for a little ride. So, as you guys know, we are at the Lake Tustis RV Marina and Resort. We are where we built essentially 6 of our Expanse models with views. We built 4 additional tiny homes here that are all done in a very nice modern black, white, and really more black and wood toned Scandinavian theme. A lot of you guys have asked questions online. We've seen a lot of people ask a lot about, where is the park? So let's start there. First of all, the park is outside of Madras, Oregon. That is a suburb city of about, I would say, 30-40 miles from Bend, Oregon. That's eastern Oregon. Beautiful area recreationally. This is the what's known as the high desert area. This is eastern Oregon. Temperatures out here in the summers range anywhere from low to high 70s on up to 120 degrees. But what's beautiful about this area is that the weather actually stays pretty mildly evenly tempered. In the winter, it does get cold. I won't lie, it does get cold. Below freezing temperatures, can get snow. But 300 days a year, you get sunshine. You get days like today where you have beautiful skies, sun's out. It's a little chilly. I would say we started our morning here at about 11 o'clock, and we've been here ever since. It's about 6 p.m. right now. And it started out like in the mid 40s, got up into about the 60s, and then right now it's dipping back down, pretty chilly. This is an 88 unit luxury campsite and tiny home rental site. The owners are opting to build out this park day by day, month by month, and year by year. They actually contacted us just about 2 years ago now. And it was actually quite interesting. The owners are very well-to-do family that own a lot of different commercial property, attractions, and all throughout the Portland metropolitan area. And this opportunity to purchase this park came to the owners back in 2000 and late 17, early 18. They contacted me prior to purchasing the park and really relied heavily on my opinion on what could we do, what could we provide, how can we help. Do we think we could bring luxury tiny homes into this park and make it feel like a luxury tiny home resort? When I first showed up, this was ran by a very mom and pop organization. They did a great job with what they had, but the new owners came in and just upgraded everything. I'm talking, they went in and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars paving all of the roads that were just rockways and old asphalt. You've got probably close to $250,000 just in the marina being upgraded, new decking, everything, all aluminum rails. It has, I believe, 20 or 22 boat slips, 88 campsites. Now we've converted 10 of the campsites for the tiny homes.
You wanna go down?
We'll go down and go. Actually, we'll go up to this one up here, so we don't disrupt the tenants. But long story short, we developed 10 of the tiny homes here at the park. These tiny homes sleep anywhere from 2 to 6 people. They are built really for this resort to maximize the views, which you guys are about to see in just a few moments. And we'll kind of take you guys on the deck and go over what it is we're doing. So these were the first series of 4 tiny homes on wheels that we built for the owners. These were done in the more Scandinavian theme. These are traditional tiny homes. Both models, there's 4 total, 2 models of each, were built basically with a triple axle trailer, which is rated for up to 21,000 pounds. These range just about 18,000 pounds in total weight each. The first model here is the ground floor master on the main. So it has 2 entrances. First entrance point is right here, which is a queen sleep with its own private bedroom. And then it's got a access with a pocket door that goes into the bathroom. And what's cool about this is, this was a huge feature that me and the owners played with. We put in a tempered glass window and then we obscured it so you can't see inside, but if you look up here, Thomas, you can show them, you can see, and this is what you look at. The beautiful views. So you still have the privacy, you get to take your shower, and this has all the modern amenities, which in the video tour that Thomas will be showing, you'll get to see it. I mean, it's got tongue and groove. It's got the brilliant light switches and video control and audio control so that you can listen to sound, music. You can hook it up to the smart TVs. Those are getting put in this year. They're bringing all the Wi-Fi into the park as well, so that this way you have the modern day amenities. Personally, I think they should be all gone, because when you're out here, and we've been out here for about 10 hours today, it's peaceful not having the phone ring and people just call. I actually like it. Full stand-up showers, 32 by 32 showers, full traditional standard toilets, sink and vanity combos, queen size Tempur-Pedic mattresses in the bedrooms, and then over here past the bathroom you'll have basically your great room, living room, and it's closed up right now. It's the end of the day, but you will see it in the video tour. This beautiful window is actually open to a tabletop. Kitchen's on the other side. We put those on the working side, so it was on the hillside, so that way when you sat down and ate breakfast in the morning, again, you're looking at the beautiful view. And then finally they have a nice corner window. We put them on this side and this side with a sliding glass door. And then you actually can see inside this one. It's got a pull-out couch hide-to-bed combo, and then there's a laddered loft that can sleep 2 kids, 1 adult. So really, this can sleep 4 to 5 people very easily and very comfortably. This is the unit last year I stayed in with my kids here at the facility, my wife, and we had a great time. So 5 of us stayed in. And then the beautiful thing is, you come off, you got the hot tubs, and you overlook, again, this beautiful view. We've got expansive decks around all of these units, literally from the front to the back. These decks are very easily about 200 to 250 square foot. The owners spent a lot of money putting in composite decking so it doesn't heat up in the summer and burn you. Railings are all put in for safety. We've got solar shade lighting so everything lights up. Pretty much this unit, the unit next to it, and the 2 units down below that we videoed, all of those units are built with the same similar style and floor plan. The only difference is 2 of them have the ground floor master, and then 2 of them have a full-size king master, but it's up top. We made a faux gooseneck front to it and a neck, and essentially we put the laddered loft, and then we have a queen-size pull-down bed at the same back rear location. And again, this was, you know, just us coming with the idea. The biggest thing I think that mattered the most was we came out here with the owners 3 or 4 times prior to them purchasing the property. I didn't charge the owners for this. I didn't ask the owners to pay me anything. What I wanted to do is I wanted to create a vision. I wanted to make sure that we hit that vision for the owners. I knew they were going to spend big money trying to make this happen. And any investor that does things like this, they want to make sure that whatever money they're going to put in, they get it back. It's just, you know, how the world works, and it's how we can afford to keep operating beautiful places like this. So I had to sit down and vision with just a empty lot, what could I do, or how could I create something that would be both beautiful on the inside and out, but capturing just, guys, these amazing views. So to the exact point of where all of the homes lay, and you will see in the video, these are on tiered levels. This is a mountainside that's been carved in with different levels for these homes to go into. Not only do you have the utilities to worry about, where you're going to plug them in, how you're going to hook up the sewer and septic, but I had to make sure where the doors, the windows, every bit of placement was, that you would have the ability to capture that view. And that's a hard task because these are not models. None of these were. We actually created the Expanse, original Expanse unit and model based off of us building these units here up on the top, which are called the Crown Point units at the park. And Thomas, just show them the view, if you would. So we're down on the middle tier, which is known as the B level and then C level. Crown Point is up at the top tier level, which again, it has the most beautiful unobstructed views. Every unit is offsetted, and that was very important. So if you see these privacy walls, even from up there at the Expanse units, you look down, you're not going to see in the hot tubs. You're not going to see in the unit's actual interior cabins, so that you have that privacy. The feel was, how can you maximize the space and get as many units in as possible, but then ultimately get that privacy for those units. And that was the biggest key. I came out here 4 times with the owners, but the truth is I probably came out here about 6 or 7 more times, because I knew I had one shot to do this and to do this right. Investors, they don't want to hear excuses. They don't want to sit there and be told, hey, I tried my best, I'm sorry, you know, you spent all this money and at the end of the day the product wasn't good. So I had to make sure that we could basically build a product that would not only complement the park and the theme and be just outstanding and amazing, and that customers would like it, but I had to build a product that hit all the viewpoints and really could tell a story. If you turn to your right, Thomas, you'll see the second unit. These units are only literally, guys, about 15 feet in proximity from each other, both the width and, I mean, it's a stone's throw away. Again, I'm on the deck. I'm enjoying my view. You don't want to see the next door neighbor, which, by the way, that is occupied right now, and you don't see their hot tub. You don't see their deck. Again, privacy is key. People want to spend, you know, their vacations, their anniversaries, their holidays. They don't want to have to sit there and have my 3 little kids running around screaming off the top of their heads saying, hey, wake up at 5:30 in the morning. They want to have their privacy, enjoy their coffee, wake up when they wake up and do their thing. So follow me. We're going to take you guys up to the Expanse units, known as the Crown Point units here. We're going to take you guys for a tour and then just kind of go through the park, show you guys around. One thing I do like about this park, and one thing that was, you know, really important to the owner, is anyone who has a rental property that's going to rent here gets outfitted with one of these bad boys. It's an easy-go Lake Centustis resort. I think tricked out cobalt blue LED lighting golf cart on little 5-inch rims. And yes, we have taken this bad boy off-roading all day long. Another fun feature before I hit reverse and make a loud noise, and we're gonna go down there, but down at the bottom of the marina area, there is a boat dock area. That boat dock area has luxury rentals as well. So if you are looking to do any kind of fun activities and you want to come out here, well, guess what? You can rent a pontoon boat per day for the weekend, for the week. Get your family out there. They got pontoons that are from 6, 8, 10 to 12 people deep. They've got kayaks. They are getting ready to put in an extended island with a gazebo so that they can host weddings here. You pretty much could think about it. The owners are sparing no expense to do it. They're doing it for you as a consumer. For us, it's beautiful because we get to put our product out here, and I have an exclusive agreement with the owners that allows us to be the builder, and we're excited. We're going to be able to develop this park out. Eventually, there's going to be as many as 40 tiny homes at this site, and I'm just really excited. I'm proud to be a part of this project, and we all are. So before we take you guys all the way to the expanse units and what's known as the Crown Point units here, I'm going to take you guys down to the bottom towards the marina so you guys can see it. We've taken beautiful shots and views all day here of the entire park, showing every aspect and feature. And again, although it's not 100% done, it is done more than well enough. They've gotten private hot tubs for each one of the actual tiny home units here. They have repaved the entire park so that it's brand new. They're in the process of re-siding and remodeling the front main entrance store and management quarters, and then also the restroom cabins. They've got a boat dock ramp that's right here. These are the rental boats and the canoes and paddle boats that they have for rent here, which is really awesome. This is known as A floor. We actually call them by A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. A floor will eventually be beautiful tiny homes all the way down the front with extended decks going off to the water views. To the left here, I'm trying to get the owners, and I think it would be great to do it, is hook up with the Van Life app. The Van Life app, for those of you that know, are a deep squad. Those guys are deep as deep can be. And they show all the destination resorts all over the country where van lifers are going to get together and have rallies, weekend events, etc. I think that this whole section here needs to go to van life. I think that they need to have dedicated spots where they can come in, bring their sprinters, bring their conversions, whether they're going to stay for 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, who cares? This is a great spot for it. I'm a fan of it. I'm going to convince the owners for you guys. Let us know what you think in the comments. At the end of the day, it's all about you guys. But the front row, that's off limits, van life. That's off limits to everybody. That's ours. That's going to be for our beautiful 2-bedroom. They're going to sleep 6 to 8 people with fully expanded 250 to 300 square foot decks hanging off of the water. And I will not be any negotiations to allow people to take that piece of real estate from us. I want to do everything I can to make this place as beautiful as it already is. Apologize for the wind. It's picking up. This area does, unfortunately, with being in Eastern Oregon, see all types of weather, and so when it starts to get chilly and cold, or the wind hits, because we're down in the dam, that's why. Little fun fact, this dam feeds off all the way down to the Columbia River, which is all the way out into downtown Portland and the Portland airport. It is fed by Lake Billy Chinook. For those of you that don't know, Lake Billy Chinook is probably one of the best places to go get steelhead, largemouth bass, salmon. One of the best fishing you'll ever get. This resort also feeds the pipeline and water to Canida. Canida is a town that is Native American owned. They have a beautiful casino. at their township, and the Canada Resort, as well as over there where they have a fun water park. What more can I tell you about this area? This area pretty much has everything and anything you can think of when you're camping. Every site is hooked up with power and water and utilities. There are some long-term campers that are here. There are some short-term daily campers that are here. They're going to be developing this upper site where it says no golf carts ahead. That's actually going to end up being a putt-putt golf course that they're going to be putting in.
Oh, I know
yes,
that.
You heard me. A putt-putt golf. 18 holes for the big man. All right, guys, we're going to take you for a tour up at the Crown Point. The Crown Points, again, are our Expanse units. These are the junior units, so they are the suites without the one bedrooms. So welcome to Crown Point. Crown Point is all 6 Expanse units that we built and is on our website. As you guys know, we'll have a link in the description down below, both to the resort here, so you guys can get your bookings. I'm gonna work out a little deal with the owner and try to see if we can get you guys like 10% off. What I do like about these are, no matter when you when or where you are walking, every unit is private. I'll actually take you guys through here. They have a nice little private gate and walkway for the individual units. Although you see both units left and right, this is actually for unit 1. Again, you'll have your hot tub, your barbecue, nice little fire pit, sitting area, and then you'll have your own private deck, which again is for this unit, and then this is your view. Show them down here, Thomas, because I want you to show them how, again, every angle of us building these was just very intricate for the layout. You know, the owner was very picky and wanted to make sure that privacy is a huge key to this entire place. And so even from the upper deck, as you guys can see, I cannot see directly down into those tiny homes. Yes, there are some windows strategically placed, but they're high windows. They were meant to let light in. Every window has double shades in them that they can open and close anyway. But you don't see out on the decks. You don't see out on the hot tubs. And again, it's all for the fact of privacy. That was the biggest thing that I loved about this, and the challenge of building this entire park out was placement. These homes are huge. Expanses. 10 by 27. This is a custom-made version of the Expanse. The normal Expanse is 10 by 20 or 10 by 30. The 10 by 30 is typically with the one bedroom in the back. The 10 by 20 is the junior suite, which is this model here. He actually had us extend the bathroom 2 feet from 3 feet to 5 feet, and then the front deck is an additional 3 foot extended out. So this way you could get the beautiful views, you could get the overhead and hang coverage, and again, I say it a million times, it's this view. This view is amazing. You can never get tired of it. All right, follow me, guys. We're going to go to the 6th unit. Fun fact for you guys, this project started right when COVID hit. The owners came to me first in 18 of summer to start that project with the first 4 tiny homes, and then they came to me again the following summer, early summer, I think it was like April, and they wanted these units. No, I'm sorry, they actually came to me at the very beginning of the year, and then they wanted these units here by early April, which was a feat in its own self. COVID hit, and that was a very insane process to try to meet the deadlines and get these units done. Was it perfect? No. Did we get them here? Yes. Since then, we've been out here probably 24 times, and that's what a lot of people don't understand or don't get. It's about 2 hours from Portland. That makes it 4 hours round trip. And then when you start sending out crews of guys, 2, 4, 6 guys at a time to come in here and do all the stuff that needs to get done, it can definitely get costly. But you got to do the project right. That means from every angle. That means placement, the build. Once it gets set, helping them and the crews get everything set set up. We have been here from the inception of time. So again, when I first got here, none of this was here. None of this was developed. This was all vision. Even the sites, this rockway area that you guys see, this got blown out about 10 feet into the mountainside. They had to reinforce the mountainside itself just to get everything that they needed done here and fit these. These bad boys got craned into place. We had a crane here, we had 2 forklifts, a 53-foot truck, and it took pretty much an entire day per unit to place, starting with this unit first, then the next, and the next. So it's a lot of work. Features of this unit. This unit has hardy siding. It's a smooth fiber board. That's this right here. It is very durable and very heavy. Although it is smooth, and although it's a darker color, and it will show a little bit more on the dirt, it's all right. They clean them every pretty much, I think, 1 to 2 weeks on the outside, and they pressure wash them. But these have lasted an entire winter. This is going on the 2nd summer. This has lasted through blistering heat. It's really a great product to use. It's got great insulating factors, and it just keeps with the very sleek design. The trim boards are made with pine. They are painted black to match all of the black windows. The black windows are dual pane and tempered. Every one of them are. They had to, because they didn't know if there was going to be kids, adults, anybody with special needs, and when you're at a resort like this, you don't want someone going through a window. So that was a big thing. All of the roofs on these units are done in a PVC unibladder membrane. What that means is they're completely flat. They ascend from the top and they come down and descend from the bottom, so no water sheds off the front. But it is one single piece of PVC ran through the whole roof line. That allows so you don't have any blistering, swelling. EDPM roofing, what that does is that has seams about every 4 feet roughly, and it can really easily blister and swell. These roofs are probably the best roof you can put on anything with a 3% pitch or less on it. In the workshop, you guys have seen pictures of this online. We'll probably put a couple of pictures in this video for you guys. But these units were built with a steel, basically base. If you guys look, best way to show you, if you want to show them, Thomas, come back here. If you pan down by the rocks, all the way at the bottom, they've covered up. If you look at the silver, actually I'll go in front of the camera. So if you look where the silver lines are right here, this is what the owners did to cover them. This is where the forklifts go through. This is all I-beam, 10-inch I-beam that goes from the ground up behind, and your subfloor starts right here. So you've got 10 inches of solid steel. That was to make sure that we had a steady structure. That was to make sure that we had full rigidity, that they could make the trip on a lowboy diesel truck, and then they could be picked up and craned into place. We didn't want the walls buckling. What that also meant is we have steel ran in upright positions that go from this corner at an angle all the way to right about where you see the top of that canopy piece. And then there's pick points right there. They've tied them off on the canopy. So where they've tied off over there on the canopy, those are the pick points of where the steel basically hits so that you can lift them. Again, the rigidity is a huge factor of when you're turning these. If you look all the way down there towards the golf course, and you can only imagine, that's the golf cart, where the crane was, and had to take with a long arm and move these at a time. And yes, that was a very scary day when we were here, because these things were floating halfway off the dang mountain. One wrong move and it was over. There's also 2 uprights, about a third of the way and a third of the way on both sides, that go up in steel, and then they all meet with steel headers. That locked the unit into a solid structure. Then we went and built 16 on center all the way through, 2x4 construction, pressure treated subfloor, and then we put in all the goodies to get the rest of this beautiful place built. All the decks are done in a composite wood so that they could match as best as possible. All of the front edge lipping with the trim, seamless, all done in a stained darker walnut finish The reason being is if you look up here, these are the tongue and groove fine line, but it's actually called a popular. Not popular like you're popular, but the name of it's popular. Thermally modified wood. It's an engineered product. It really is a great product for this kind of an application just because it's a lot more durable. It doesn't swell like traditional cedar or traditional pine wood swell. It doesn't absorb and take in all of the water content, especially if you don't have it fully sealed correctly. This will still swell, don't get me wrong, and this will still bring in water content, but it's a lot harder of a wood. We would have gone with an Ipe, but you know, at this point, when you're spending as much as they have spent here, there were some concessions you have to give on. All of the fasteners, if you looked, were done with laser precision, so they are perfectly straight. We've got recessed lighting, and then we did hand-built decks. My partner, Ryan, actually developed these. We took a traditional style cable and rail type deck railing, and we basically made the 4x4 posts, and we welded them into the steel structure down below on the skid, creating, again, really good rigidity. Look at this. It doesn't even move, and I'm putting my weight on it. It's solid. Each one of the cable ties are done and threaded all the way through, and then we have a return here. This is the only model that's fully open. The owner of this park, actually, and the owner who created all of this with us, this is his personal unit as well. So he wanted to have both the left and the right side open. Normally, this would have a left side wall like the other unit, as you saw, that's vertical, and it will have this same wood that comes straight down. So we return the rail into here, and then just so you guys know, you can't see it, but behind this cap structure is solid steel, and that is actually welded into here. This is going nowhere. You could hit it with a Mack truck and you'd be fine. Most beautiful thing I can tell you about this entire thing is the storefront glass. Huge shout out to Portland Windows and glass door entrance. Ian over there and the team did an amazing job. They helped us create the look and the feel. I wanted to make sure we had as minimal vertical and horizontal lines as possible. We wanted to create the split theme and effect so that it gave some texture and some architectural detail to it. But it had to be done, and it had to be done right. This glass is a 1/4 inch thick. This glass is also duly tempered, and it's set, and it's actually glazed with a small tint in it so that all the sunlight doesn't just come in and bake it. All of it is done with aluminum locks, and then D handles. This was another feature. To get a double D handle from the outside and inside, you guys think it just goes together? It doesn't. This had to be specially made. Normally you have a D handle on an outside of a standard commercial building, and then you'll have a horizontal crash bar. We didn't want the obstruction of view, so I said, nope, it has to be a double D handle. That takes all of the normal effects of a commercial building, throws it right out the window, and then you create something that doesn't exist. So we actually had to have the lock cylinders re-drilled and made so that it would fit for the application for what the owners wanted. But come on in, and we'll take you guys for a tour. So we're inside the living room area of the Expanse, and the first thing that you guys will say is wow. It just has an amazing wow factor in here. I think we hit it with the birch. This is all 4x8 single ran birch plywood with the 1-inch bats that go vertically up to hide your seams. Each space was done so that there's only one ran continuous board. We didn't want to go with standard 8-foot boards so that there would be another seam horizontally. So that way we could at least encapture all of the volume of the height here. Magnetic closure for the door so that when it's open, you can have it open. Putting in the actuator arms so this way that when you do get the high winds, it doesn't just blow open or closed. Burrito Beds. You guys have heard us talk about them a lot. They're a big sponsor of ours as well. This is one of their top of the line collections. And this right here is the couch bed combo with additional storage up top. So you've got 4 cupboards up here. You've got the drop-down queen-size bed. This comes down horizontally and sleeps 2 comfortably. You've got the Tempur-Pedic mattress, and then you've got the couch so that you can sit and relax and enjoy yourself. This unit was fitted with, reading lights, little book cases and shelves and stuff like that. We've got the Furion LED fireplace. This does emit heat as well, so you can actually use it for heat. This will have the 50-inch TVs in. They're getting these in and getting all the cable and stuff wired, but for right now, it's there. We're just waiting for it. And then we have the kitchen. The kitchen is done with matte black finished cabinets and hardware, soft close hinges. We've got the Fisher & Paykel dual induction cooktop. These things are actually pretty bad. I actually love that. It heats up instantaneously. You can put your hand on it, can't burn yourself. We've got the white solid surface. This actually looks like, believe it or not, a quartz or a corium. It's not. Solid surface is a 1/2-inch material. This actually has a lip put on it that goes all the way around, so it's nice for the aesthetic look. We've got white subway tile, 3x6 subway tile, and then the subway tile is done with a charcoal grout to match. We've got the Furion convection microwave combo, so this way you can use it as a vent source and a light source and a standard microwave. Just some upper shelves and cabinets again for the storage, and then a really nice deep stainless steel sink with faucet, and then it's got a cutting board that we had cut and made to fit the whole opening perfectly. Between the bathroom door with matte black hardware, we have the refrigerator cabinet on this side. We wanted to split it up so that it felt wider and bigger than it is. Although it's 10 feet wide, you feel more of the height and the volume in here, I think, more than anything. So we really wanted to separate that refrigerator, still show it off as a nice piece, finish it with the counter depth. It is a Fisher & Paykel. This is the 13.5 cubic foot. And what I love about this refrigerator is it comes with water and ice. Water is in here, ice is down in the freezer. But the doors are able to be switched. You can switch from left to right, right to left, which is nice. So in this case, we can open it starting from the left side to the right side, and then you have all of your goodies and all of your fun stuff. It's got a mini split, so you've got heat and cooling in here. And I think one of the best features of this entire place is the retractable 46 by 46 skylight. That is a solar shade skylight, and I have to tell you, the sun gazing that you can do laying down in bed is amazing. Thomas is going to show you what it looks like as it is opening. Really silent motor. It's all powered by the sun. So as the sun's beaming down on the solar eye, that's what uses the mechanism, and then it goes to a wireless remote. These are done by Velux. I believe this is the largest in their series. They do have other 2 foot by 4 foot, 2 foot by 3 foot. Those are traditional, but we don't do anything traditional here. If we do it right, and we do it big. And again, guys, this is literally 4 feet, dang near, of a beautiful squared vision of heaven looking down on you. And again, when you wake up every day, turn this thing around for a minute and just show them what you look at. I mean, how could you be mad being here, enjoying the view? You just can't. And again, until he brings in all the technology, as of today, no phones, no Wi-Fi. Nope, you can't call me, you can't be mad at me, you can't yell at me today. So sorry, guys. Let's go in the bathroom. This was another very, very important part of the build. The standard Expanse had a 3-foot bathroom initially. We actually revised it with this 5-foot bathroom because I think that anybody who's going to have a unit like this, whether it's for home, whether it's for rental, or whether it's for a park like this, the lady rules the roost. And she wants a place to be able to get ready in the morning and have some room and definitely not fight with 3 kids. So they won, we lost, we changed the bathroom floor plan. You've got a 5-foot by basically 10-foot bathroom, about 50 square feet. It's not technically 10 feet because of the walls. It's more like 7 foot, roughly 8, roughly. But what I do like about it is you've got your medicine cabinet, which again, nice and big. It's pretty large. Dual door, magnetic closure, good mirror so you can get ready. Great prep space. Again, Hanex countertops put on here and backsplash. It's got digital control for your vent fan. Perfect stainless steel sink. Black cabinets, nice room for the cabinets. This is 42 inches wide. The reason for that is because under the cabinets we do store the water heater on the right side, so you do get about roughly about 21 inches worth of storage space in this cabinet. Dual flush toilet, again, all adorned in the birch. High transom window. Whether you're in this window or you're in this expanse or you're in the lower tiny homes, again, this was what the importance was with the owners here, is that privacy. You let the light in, you can open it up, you can hear the birds chirp, but you don't see in. Blast. These are 48-inch showers. We did have this set up for a 5-foot shower. I told them, hey, use this side for the closet and let's put in something that's a little bit less car wash, as big as they are, and let's just put in a nice shower that everybody will be happy with. This is the Kohler effect surround. It's made to look like tile, but it's actually done by Kohler. They do a great job on it. It gives you that 6 by 12, 9 by 32, 12 by 32 tiled effect in a brick lay pattern, but it's not tile, so it's nice and sturdy. You've got a fiberglass pan. It's a 48-inch shower. You've got the sliding doors, fully functional shower, really nice pressure. And then in here, finally, we've got good closet space. Full closet for your goods. In this case, it's the owner's, site plan here. He's always working when he's here. I can't divulge his name, but I'll tell you, I thought I was a hard worker. I give a lot of credit to that guy. That guy is a hard worker. Down below, you've got additional storage for linens and goodies. And yeah, that's basically it with the video tour for the Expanse, or known as the Crown Point, here at the Lakes and Tustis RV and Resort.
I have a question.
Go for it.
People on YouTube say that there's no such thing as a tiny home resort, because then it's not a tiny home at that point.
So I think that's a misconception. Tiny home resorts are essentially anybody who is putting together multiples of a tiny home. It could be anything. 2, 4, 6, 20, 100. It's really about the fit and feel, especially to me. I take this project and any project I do, and anytime I'm working with an investor or just a one-off individual, if you're going to spend the kind of money it takes to do this, you got to do it right. And that was the biggest key that I drove home to this investor that bought these units and then entrusted us to turn the keys over, figuratively, to the castle. They gave me full reign to do what I do best. And, a luxury tiny home resort exemplifies view, ability to have amenities, multiple types of amenities, building something that is in nature and can basically complement how beautiful nature is. The entire surround here is canyoned, and a lot of it is Native American land. It is a very important thing that you don't offend even just the land and nature itself. And it's so important to me when you're doing these types of things that you give it the best compliment you can. And so to answer your question, you have to do it with the best materials. You have to do it with the best design in mind for what you're trying to showcase. In this case, we're showcasing this, guys. We're showcasing this the minute you wake up, the minute you go to bed. So what does that mean? That means that your view windows need to be unobstructed, that your unit itself needs to be contained with all of the modern day amenities that we as people like, that you're comfortable, that you feel like if you're leaving your home and where you know you are most comfortable and you're going here, that you almost feel like you're at Disneyland. I say it like that because Disneyland to me is like the funnest place on earth when you're a kid. Well, this is pretty much the funnest place on earth when you're an adult because you get to relax, you get to enjoy yourself, you get to get one with yourself. My wife and I have been out here a couple of times, and it's great because we get to talk. It's a lot of times in this day and age, we're all busy on our cell phones doing our own thing. We don't get to talk. We don't get to communicate. My wife and I talk for hours out here. I get to tell her, projects we're working on. She's proud of me because of how much we put into this project. So I think to exemplify what you're asking about a luxury resort, it has to have it all. It has to have everything from the outside to the inside, your fits and finishes, your comfort. And then if you just look at the place, it just looks crisp. You see it and the first thing you say is, wow. And I know there's a lot of good tiny home builders out there. I know there's a lot of good developers out there. They build stuff like this as well as we do, and I don't discredit them. And if anyone can put that kind of fit and finish into what they do and care, then kudos to them, and I'll support you just as much as you support us. What else you got to ask that you've had?
Can we do this anywhere in the country?
I think the short answer is yes. You could do anything anywhere, obviously. This site particular, and this is stuff that you guys should probably be well aware of. When we first came out, I think the owner was testing me. He had done a geological and did a site survey on this property prior to closing his escrow and buying it. He knew the answers. He didn't even ask me. He kept pushing to me of what could you build, what could you build, what could you build. The first thing I told him is before we build anything, we have to do geological on site. It is the most important thing because you don't know, being almost 500 to 700 feet up off of the ground here, how sturdy is it? Can it take all of the weight of each one of these units? Has there been any slides? Anything like that. And that's a very important question to ask yourself because before you spend all this money on just the park, and then all the upgrades, and then the homes, and then the cost to maintain the homes and get them in, everything that it takes, you have to ask yourself, can you do it? And that was a really important part of this. So yes, I think everything can be done anywhere. Hence, he wants us to build on this side of the mountain. This side of the mountain, you guys, has no access. We would be literally barging from this part of the river over. I would be bringing units like the Expanse in by helicopter and dropping them on pilings. Well, there's multiple beautiful resorts in Mexico that have the same kind of theme. They've actually been featured in multiple different movies. It's kind of where he got the theme. The owner goes to Cabo and goes to Mexico all the time and told me, I want basically Expanse-like units over there on pilings. I look at him and think, you're crazy, but I'm crazy too. So hey, at the end of the day, let's do it. So we're actually doing that as we are talking now. We're theming to do probably 5 to 10 units as a test over there. They will be on pilings. The pilings will probably sit 15 to 20 feet tall, which means for every foot tall out the ground, you're 3 foot down in the ground. So he's going to be putting 60-foot pilings in the ground there. Those pilings alone, 10 grand a pop minimum, and then you got to get them in. So you can just think about the cost that goes in there. There's a lot of upfront costs, and I think what you guys need to know is before you bite off on anything of this magnitude, smaller, larger, know your costs. Know what you're getting yourself into. You can't come to me and say, hey, how much does a tiny home cost? $75,000. Okay, I want 6 of them. All right, done. Doesn't work that way. That's just to get the tiny home built. What about the transportation? What about the craning to get them in? Or if they're on wheels, even then you still may have to crane them. What about the setup? What about bringing the utilities in? Making sure that you have adequate electrical needs, plumbing needs, the whole 9, guys. Then adding all the amenities. On these ones, they have hot tubs. They have beautiful sunshade areas that are sat with little wood stove burners for roasting s'mores and just having a good time. Barbecues. He's putting the putt-putt golf in there. This is all takes money. And so at the end of the day, you just have to ask yourself, is the land I'm putting this on right? Is the property I'm working with going to be able to have the access to allow this stuff in and out of? And then again, do I have my budget set? And I'll tell everybody to be safe. If your budget is $1, budget $2. If your budget is $1 million, budget $2 million. The reason being is every time you think you're going to spend $1, you're going to spend double. It's just what it is. That's it?
Yes, sir.
That was it. All right, guys. Well, I've taken up enough of your time. Again, we're at beautiful Lake Centestus. I know all of this won't make it in the video, but just know, guys, we're here for you. We're here for everybody. We're here for Lake Centestus. Support them. Like always, hit the bell button. You know what? Smash that bell button. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And you already know we'll be back for another video. Peace.